Hi everyone.
Hello.
We are back.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Much better.
Much better?
Yes.
Good. Sorry we couldn't do a regular, podcast and the whole deal, but we're dealing with still some crazy times.
It's been an interesting week.
Yes, this weekend has been a little crazy. More than usual.
Yes. We've actually had a pretty decent week, but I know you've had a little bit more of an interesting week. But we won't get into that now. But yeah, but we're back. Healthy. And good.
Healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, thank God everyone is healthy on my side. I had to go to 2 different hospitals and a couple of other things going on, but we get it done.
All is well.
All is well.
Yes.
All is well. So, to change that little funk, we're here to talk to you about the early years. This is a 2-part, like we've talked about. This is a 2-part series. And the first one, Lisette already talked about Justin and about how she came about the diagnosis and how her process was. So now it is Angel's turn.
Yep.
So we are going to start, by the way. Love the shirts. Love the shirts. Got a blue
matching shirts.
matching shirts. Oh my God.
We don't know if we're going to keep these yet looking like this.
We did this.
But it's a prototype.
Yeah. We did this just to see how it looks and all that stuff. But we'll work on a logo.
Yes.
So we'll see. Other things. We were going to start, but I want to talk to you. I think it was so cute that Angel tells me the other day, we were talking about something, I don't remember what it was, and he says, "Oh man, that sucks." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, Mom, that's teenage talk." I'm like, "Oh,
Very appropriate. Very age appropriate.
Yes,
definitely.
it is." So yeah, how we've talked about that, Angel is 16 years old right now, but his maturity level is not there. It's way under. I would say somewhere between 7, 8, sometimes even younger. So that for him is a big thing.
Right.
And for us, to hear it is even bigger because he's acknowledging certain things and certain where he's supposed to be. Right?
Did you laugh? Like I can only imagine like your reaction to it. You didn't know if to laugh or to be like, what?
It caught me by surprise. I wanted to laugh, but at the same time you get that moment like, oh my God. You're appreciating that moment, you know? Like, okay, so he's realizing that he's supposed to do certain things in a different way.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. So it's a balance there.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Hey,
I'll take it.
I'll take that any day.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I thought that was kind of cute.
That's really cute. That's really cute and so appropriate. And I don't know if I ever told you about this, but I just now that you were saying that about, I think it's really important when things are in context. So in this conversation, when you were having that conversation with him, was it called for him to say that? I mean, yes, it was very appropriate for him to say that.
Yes, it was.
So I don't know if I've ever told you the story, and I'm gonna actually, curse right now, but when Chloe was little, so I think mostly everybody knows my daughter Chloe's 9. And when she was about 2 years old, she was trying to, I don't know if I've ever told you this story. She was trying to, when you buy any toy, they usually come with like wires, and it's very difficult to open toys.
Right, right.
Sometimes you even need a screwdriver to like, it's ridiculous. I don't understand why they do that.
It's not for kids.
No, definitely. But so one day, Chloe must have been like, I don't even think she was 3 years old, and she was trying to, I could see her struggling trying to pull a baby doll out of, and I wanted to offer help, but I said, Chloe, do you need help? She goes, I got it, it's okay. I said, okay, because at almost 3 years old, they want to be very independent. Mm-hmm. So she's like, it's okay. And then I hear her like mumbling and like talking under her breath. But I'm busy, of course, doing other, mom things. And all of a sudden, I hear this kid mumble, I can't take this fucking baby out of here. My eyes wanted to, I go, you can't watch. She goes, oh, help me. But she never repeated it. But I was like,
did she act like, oops, I'm in trouble?
No. She goes, oh. She just gave it to me for me to, but it was clear. I can't take this baby out of here. No, I can't take this fucking baby out. Anyway, sorry. So that was totally unscripted. I just really needed to share that because it was so appropriate.
Yes.
Even at 3 years old, it's our kids will surprise us all the time. And
well, they hear us. They hear everything we talk about. So even though, like they say about children with autism, that they don't understand, or they hear and they understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes more than we even think.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So yeah, and all the kids are the same.
The same. And that's another thing, especially with kids on the spectrum. Even when you have a child, even with Justin, when you have a child that it may be nonverbal, or a child who is maybe maybe I don't want to say the lower functioning, but every child is different. You have to be very careful what you speak in front of the children if you don't want them to listen to conversations, because they will you don't know how much they may be able to grasp and how much they actually understand.
Yeah.
So
so finally, okay. We are going to start. Lisette has a series of questions.
I do.
And I will answer them.
And these are going to be basically the same questions that you asked me.
Right.
That we had talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pertaining to leading to the autism diagnosis for Angel. And the first question is, when did you notice that something was different with Angel?
Well, with Angel was around 6 months. He was not following me around the room. He was not hitting the milestones as he should.
Okay.
And he had insane reflux. Insane reflux. Like, practically every time he was gonna get fed, I had to have extra, little towels. Little towels.
Because he would spit up.
He would spit up right away. Like, he would take a couple of gulps, and it would be like, and then he would just fussy and this and that, until finally, then he would just take it in, the rest in, and all that stuff.
Right.
Now, at night, that child of mine that I adore with all my might.
Yeah.
He would not sleep.
I hear that a lot.
He would not sleep, and that would drive us insane. During the day, it was okay, fine. He didn't take naps.
Right.
And his naps were like maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. When I remember the first time, and I think it was when he was a little older, that he took like an hour nap, and I was like, okay.
And then you're checking them, right?
Is he okay? Is he breathing?
Right.
Is it, something's wrong? Because it was, and Sergio was one of these kids que le encantaba dormir. He slept twice a day, morning nap and afternoon nap.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah,
it was amazing. But then I had Angel that he would not sleep. So he would always stare out, not playing with toys and trying to grasp them.
Right.
A lot of things like that. That I would go to the doctor. You know how you have to have the follow-ups, and I would go to the doctor, and I told her, I told the doctor, and she was, don't compare him to Sergio.
Oh yeah.
But it's not only her. All doctors will tell you something like that.
Right.
They don't develop the same. They don't, don't compare them to your first child. Don't, all of that. They will tell you all of that. And yes, but at the same time, when you're so close to your child and
Right.
you just
I think
know.
so you just kind of knew, like you felt that something was
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even at that early. Wow.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
Well, like I said, I had brought it up to the doctor and everything else. I waited for the year mark, for the year, the well child.
Right.
And it was one of those visits that I will never forget. I spoke to the doctor again. I said, listen, I'm concerned. I see that he's not meeting the milestones. Even with him, he never crawled.
Mm-hmm.
And the day that, he didn't sit up on his own, he was very limp from one side.
Mm-hmm.
He never, to sit, you know how they stand in the playpen or in
Right.
the crib, they kind of, try to, wiggle their way up and all that
Right.
stuff. He hadn't done
They
that.
like pull themselves up
Yeah.
on the crib or
Exactly. So I want to say 10, 11 months, somewhere in between there.
Mm-hmm.
He sat, he stood, and he was just like, here I am,
Wow.
in the
Okay.
playpen.
But totally skipped crawling.
Totally skipped crawling.
Okay.
So that happened. So when I spoke to the doctor, I told her, listen, this happened. I see that he's not hitting the milestones where he's supposed to.
Right.
So I want to be able to see what would be the course of this, what would be the next best thing to do. So she said, okay, don't worry about it. Let's see. Let's go through the visit. So she starts asking questions, and then she says, Angel. Angel was like staring out.
No regard to what she was. Okay.
None. She did all kinds of things, like the little light, look up, look down. Angel was not having it. She asked them about mom. Where's mom? At that age, kids would kind of like look
Right.
towards, like that's mom, They may not say, of course, that's mom, but they will look over to
Right.
where you are and all that. Nada.
There was no engagement.
None.
Okay.
None. Finally, she says, okay, so let me give you a referral to a neurologist.
Got it.
So that's when it all started.
Okay. And so the next question kind of goes with that one. Once you saw the neurologist, at what age did you get the diagnosis, or when did you get the diagnosis?
The diagnosis came when I was hello. When he was 2.
Okay.
A little bit afterwards, when he turned 2. But that whole year was a very long year. MRI.
Oh,
you know
yes.
that MRI that you see your
yes.
child getting sedated
Yes,
and going
not
in there.
fun.
It's one of those things that hit you like
Yes.
a ton of bricks. So blood work, all kinds of things that were done throughout that year. Struggling to try to get all of those tests and blood work and all of that done. These kids are outrageously strong.
Yeah.
For those of you who may not know, these kids, my son was 1.5 years old and had to be held by 5 different people.
Right. Oh, yeah.
No joke. So, just a little thing there. So, yeah, blood work, all that stuff, and trying to sit with the neurologist to get all these results and be able to get that diagnosis. It was a time. It was a time that we all fall into the grieving process. The why him?
Right.
The what did I do wrong?
Oh, yes. The guilt.
The guilt.
Even if there was nothing to be guilty about.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You deal with all of that. The thing is not to get stuck on it.
Right.
You're gonna go through.
You're gonna go through it, and that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but I see a lot of parents that kind of get stuck in the denial, especially in the denial stage.
Yeah.
So don't, please. That doesn't help your child. But anyway,
True.
so yeah, that neurologist appointment was very interesting. And the little story, I think I've told you before about, the big poop. No?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Angel was like, "I'll shit on you."
Right.
Yeah, I sat with the neurologist and the students. There were like 3 students and the neurologist.
Right.
And they came in, and finally, that visit, they tell me, okay, well, they go through all the results. They talk to me about, my concerns and everything else, and said, okay, yes, your son has autism. So I stay like, okay. And I had like no reaction, right? Because I tend to do that. I tend to kind of have a weird reaction to things sometimes. So I had no reaction, no surprise, no bursting out, no nothing. Just kind of like blank.
Right.
So they all stare at me, and all of a sudden I'm like, ¿Y qué cagada? Angel was like, took the biggest shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, a nasty one.
It was like everywhere.
It was like everywhere. So,
Oh yeah.
the story is that he he shitted on these people.
Wow.
Because once they give me the diagnosis and everything else, and I smell that, and they're like, okay, well, we'll leave you to it. Any questions? And then they said, oh, in the front, they'll give you some pamphlets. I was like, what am I going to do with that? So, and then the biggest thing before the man walks out of the room says, we don't know if he's going to talk. Let's see how far he gets.
Right.
And I was like, wow. So then again, the story doesn't stop there. One of the students walks out, and I said, okay, can I change him here? I know that you don't want people to change him in the room. So the guy said, no, it's okay. You could change him here. So one of the students had walked out, and then he came back in with a bag. And he came close to me like this, and he said, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm okay. I take Angel out of the, with all that stuff going on. And I'm there talking to him. I lay him down and I start changing him. And I'm like, it's me and you, kid.
Yeah.
This, you're not going to die. This is not an illness. This is a condition. This is for life, you and me.
I think that looking back on it, like if it would have been me, I probably wouldn't have realized it then. But I think now, after all these years, I would have, in my mind, I would have been wanting to thank that person that actually came back and asked me if I was okay.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? Like I would have been like maybe you didn't think, because you were like in this shock and you did maybe react differently. But I think like now I would be like, oh, and I would love to be able to thank that person that actually came back, and because he had the right idea.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he did. And again, they give you all those pamphlets.
And send you on your way.
And be like, good luck.
Right.
And let's see what happens. But guess what?
We know that well. Yeah. And he beat lots of odds. What did you do afterwards? So after you got the initial diagnosis, what did you do?
Well, dealing with all the emotions, of course.
Right.
That you get afterwards. It's just a matter of trying to get services. Line them up, at that time.
Oh, yes.
Now ABA is a lot more accessible. Well, it's covered by insurance, it's covered by Medicaid, all of that.
Right.
But before it wasn't.
It was not.
Even the, occupational therapy, the speech, all of that.
Yes.
None of that was covered by insurance, and if it was very limited.
It was very limited. I know that with us, it was covered but limited.
Yeah.
So I would imagine with Angel too.
And then you had to go through the whole process of fillers and everything else.
Yes.
We talked about this in the other
We did,
episode. The half an hour, maybe 2
Right.
or 3 times. The half hour, it doesn't give you enough time to settle in, trying to get him, to
Definitely.
start whatever they're gonna do, and it was one of those things that was very frustrating. It was very frustrating, and I was going through a stage in my then marriage that didn't help.
Right.
So it was a lot of things piling up.
Lots of stressful situations.
Yeah. And yeah, it was very stressful, to say the least. And trying to get that team lined up, the right people
Yes.
for the right services. Not everyone clicks, want to say, with your child. So it was stressful, as it was for all of us at that time.
Right. Sure.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay. And looking back on all of that, would you have done anything different than everything you did?
I would have started ABA sooner.
Okay. So we agree on that,
ABA,
I think.
yes.
I think that was my answer as well,
Yes.
yeah.
I would have started sooner. Yes. We did all we could. I tried
And out of
everything.
pocket.
Yes. I tried everything. The things that were covered at that time, like we said, it was speech, OT. Angel had also physical therapy because of the way he walked. He did a lot of
He probably had
tippy-toeing.
like poor muscle tone, which was very common.
He did.
Okay.
He had poor muscle tone, and he, even older, he would still walk like a 1-year-old,
Like a wobbly baby,
kind of like with his arms up a little bit, trying to find, balance. A lot of tippy-toeing. So he did get physical therapy. So he got occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy.
Right.
And I wish I would have started ABA back then. I started later in the game.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it also had to do with the fact that these services were covered. I mean, it was limited and it was a mission, and it was, I don't know about, I'm guessing with you it was the same thing, but you had to coordinate each other in a way where they didn't overlap each other.
Right.
So the OT might have had an opening, but it would interfere with speech and vice versa, or with another. So
that's still the case.
it's still the case, but it's
I still
you
deal
used
with
to
that.
have to,
Everybody wants a certain time.
Right.
Everybody wants all of
True.
that, and to still to schedule people and schedule the right. You also, I mean, at this point, I'm talking now.
Right.
I'm not talking then. I'm talking now. Angel goes to school. He has speech, OT, ABA, music.
Wow. It's a lot.
I mean, how many hours in the day? And sometimes they want to start at 6, even 7. I'm like, no, hold on. He needs to be a kid too.
Yeah.
And he needs to have some, free time.
Right. Absolutely.
Because people on him all the time. I think, honestly, a lot of people, and I know it happens to you, a lot of people tell us, oh, you guys are such good moms. You guys have done everything and anything you can. You've been, you find whatever is that your child needs. And
right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for, giving us that
Right.
encouragement.
True.
Right? And that validation. But honestly, I think the real heroes here
Right. Are the kiddos.
are the kiddos.
Definitely.
They're the ones that are,
Yeah.
do this, do that, go here.
They're
go
literally
there.
being asked to do something the entire day, especially with
Yes.
ABA. And I am super pro ABA.
Yes.
And we talk about this all the time because I know many people are not. I am very pro ABA, but it is a lot of work, and especially when you have all these other services.
Yeah.
So
So they're the ones that do the work. We provide, we facilitate.
Right.
We open the doors, but they're
True.
the ones that go right in there and do the work. So they're the true heroes here. And to get the right team, I can tell you, it took me years. It took me years. And now,
It's hard.
to get everyone to talk to each other, to know each other, to know which goals everyone is working on,
Right.
to try to kind of bring everything together. That's one of the first things that you have to think about.
And you also have to, I mean, I think it's amazing the way that you coordinate it. Where it's almost like you're the gatekeeper and you kind of like, but I think that's so important for the...
Not everyone is open to it.
And that's what I was going to say. That even though I think it's so important, you might have resistance from certain team members. That happens. So it's equally important to find all the pieces.
Right.
Everyone who is willing to work on the common goal.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. All right, so yeah, that's my story. And Angel's story, actually. Not mine.
No,
It's
Angel's story.
Angel's story. And
I love how that you've posted several times before of your tour guide. I love that. How
he's
was
my
it?
tour guide.
Yeah.
He is my tour guide. I never imagined in life I was gonna have a amazing tour guide. And don't make me cry.
I love that. They teach us more than we can teach them.
Yeah, and I think this world needs a little bit of a different view. And I think these kiddos are doing that for one family at a time.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Conta.
Woo!
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's snap out of that moment with a little humor. So the other day, do you remember that spray that I gave you that I bought? It was a lavender spray.
Oh, the
I think
room. Yes, the room spray.
It's like a room deodorizer, fabric refresher, with lavender, and it's supposed to calm. And so I gave either one. I bought 2 bottles, and I just spray them everywhere because we need some calming up in this house. So I'm gonna drink it. No. So the other day, so sometimes I have a hard time sleeping, shock, because our mind is going constantly. So we were getting ready for bed, and I grabbed the spray. So my husband hadn't noticed the spray because they don't notice a whole lot of things, and I grabbed the spray from the counter in my bathroom, and I just went to town, and I sprayed it just all over the room, and I sprayed it on the sheets and on my pillow, and he's looking at me.
I can only imagine.
He's looking at me like, no big deal, right? Well, all of a sudden, like, I never imagined what was going to come out of his mouth next. He says, "Is that the lovemaking spray?" First of all, what is the lovemaking spray?
He was ready. It's a calming, not
It's
a...
calming. That's all it was.
No es eso.
Okay.
Oíste.
Yes. Exactly.
I thought he would say something like that, but not exactly like that.
Yeah. So
Ay, Dios
I don't know
mío.
what he was talking about. But anyways,
Oh, yes. Another thing. Guardianship. We talked about the guardianship and the meeting that we went to last week, that I went to last week and represented SpectrumMamis. And we posted on our website all the cards of the different people that were there, the different lawyers and their services and everything else. Now we are getting people telling us their services.
Right.
So we're going to post it on our website. But I think this week, I think it's today. I want to say it's today.
Okay.
I have to check.
Okay.
But check it out on our website.
Okay.
We're going to post it on our website. Another guardianship meeting. But this one is via Zoom. So it's going to be accessible to the community. So it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And again, these are people that are known in the community or that people tell us about, or they've come straight to us. We haven't worked with them. We don't know them.
Right.
And if you choose to go that route, if you choose any of these lawyers, it's up to you.
Right.
It's a disclaimer. Just letting you know.
Right.
We're going to be giving you all the resources from the community, whether it's that or anything else.
Yes.
And your experience or whatever you want to try out, and your experience it's all individual. So
right. You're going to, look at all of them and choose the one that's best for you and for your family. Give them a call, find out what it is that they do, that they have to offer. But, we're going to go ahead and just post all that information on our website, because that's, like we said before, it's a place where you can find all this information that we talk about. And yeah, I just think that, just make the best decision for your family. I personally, I'm in the process of choosing one of them right now. I'm not sure which one yet, but I am going to do the same thing, my due diligence, and call all of them and see which one's best for us. I would not recommend tackling something like guardianship on your own. I'm sure you can do it on your own. And I am the kind of person that there is a lot of legal things that I've done on my own. This is not one of those.
No.
I definitely do plan on hiring one of these attorneys, but I just haven't chosen one yet. So definitely do your due diligence. Look at all of them. Research. And we're going to make all that information available to you guys so that you guys can make an informed decision on who you choose to handle that for you.
You got to do your research, and you just got to, do it on your own. This is not something to take lightly, and this is not something that you can do it from home. Do it at home.
Exactly.
Do yourself.
Yes.
So this is not do yourself. Another thing, petition still going on. Thank you for everyone that has been signing it. This is something that is going to help a lot of people, a lot of our kids, and also young adults. Because our kids are going to become young adults. Yeah. So
everyone with an autism diagnosis or any medical diagnosis, all these children will be adults. And some of them sooner than others, but this is very, very important.
Right.
And as we've mentioned before, that information, there is a link on our website, to be able to sign the petition as well. So you don't need to look for anything. You can actually go on our website and click on the link and go directly in to sign the petition and share it with everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're working on our website. We're posting all the links, all the resources, little by little. As we get all the information, we will put it on there, and we'll make it accessible, as easy, and it's just a good click. Yeah. There we go, and you guys have it, and it's available for all of you. We will try our best to give you anything and everything we know about the community, and any services, anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Also, if there's anything that you guys know that you think would benefit others, and that we may be able to add it to our website as well, go ahead and send it to us. Shoot us a message, because if it's something that's going to be able to help somebody else, we can post that on our website as well.
Correct.
Which is exactly what the Zoom meeting that we were just discussing. We're going to go ahead and post it on our website. I don't know this lawyer, but they reached out to us. And so we want to just make sure that we make that available. So anybody who has any information, send it to us, and we'll see what we can do about posting it on our site as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. And again, you find us in social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Yes.
Everywhere. We're everywhere. So yeah, follow us, like us, please.
Comment, share.
Yes, please.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And that is also SpectrumMamis. Our website, again, is SpectrumMamis.com. That's MAMIS.com.
I will refrain from spelling.
Okay.
Because last time
you totally almost misspelled it. It's all good.
Ay, Dios mío.
Also, I think we've mentioned it before, but let's say that you don't want to see these beautiful faces and you just want to listen to us. I don't see how that's even
You
possible.
don't want to see us?
But if you just want to like listen to us in the car, or again, for whatever reason, which I can't think of any, but you don't want to actually look at us, you can just listen to us on many of the podcast platforms. Yeah. We are now on Apple Music. Is it Apple Music? No, Apple Podcasts. Sorry. Apple Podcasts. Google.
Spotify.
I've never been on Spotify, but no.
You don't know?
No. Audible. I love Audible. We are on there as well. And Amazon Music as well.
So we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
You can't miss us.
True that.
So there's no excuses.
Yep.
You can't miss us. Again, you can find all of this and much more at SpectrumMamis.com. SpectrumMamis. MAMIS.
I thought you weren't going to spell it out.
I know.
All right.
I just went for it.
All right.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.